So poops, the UEC thing has been going on and on, so many comments, so many arguments, but amidst all of this, I just have an interesting little question. Did I just find the most racist Petronas employee? So poops, there are hundreds of thousands of voices talking about the UEC issue, and one of them was Rafizi Ramli's. He mentioned that only 20% of Chinese students are in independent schools, and all the freaking out racist comments, tak hormat perkara 152, tak perlu diiktiraf,
ironically as declared by someone who is probably also racist,
and blah 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 blah,
is definitely overblown.
To which a whole bunch of different comments started coming out as people defend their race and religion, apparently, even though the UEC actually has nothing to do with them, except acknowledging UEC destroys their sense of self. Well, fun fact for you is that one of the people who seems to have had his sense of self most destroyed is Faris Osman. Right after reading this article right here, Faris goes and says, "This is why the term pendatang is still relevant in 2026. I gave him a love emoji. He said a whole bunch of other things which I probably can't show in uncensored form if I don't want to be demonetized. And here he is just going around declaring that straw manning ad hominem, whatever that means, and red herring won't strip your pendatang label. And talks about stupid pendatang demands before a whole bunch of things that probably should be censored, even as he talks about how what I've written is excellent writing to win myself a 30-day zuck. Truly incredible. It's pretty racist though, which is why I went right ahead and sent out a nice MCMC report, cause should you really be going out there and talking like this on the internet? I don't think so. But regardless, that's the choice that he decided to make. Now, the reason I say Petronas, by the way, is that on his Facebook profile, he proclaims that he's a senior account manager at Petronas from September the 8th, 2025 up until the present. Wow! If that's true, then I guess that here we have one of the most colorful Petronas stuff that actually exists in the entire world right now. I wonder where he learned all the wonderful language that he learned and he's chosen to use in chatting with people. And I'm also constantly wondering to myself, like, wow, like who hurt this man, bro? I have no idea. But apparently he learned enough about me to know that I am a perpetual draft writer and a sub 1K podcaster, which is kind of interesting. I suppose he doesn't know numbers though, which is why Petronas is going out there and losing money year after year. But yes, that is what it is. Now, on a personal front, I think the UEC thing is a really hot button issue, but at the same time, I don't think that recognizing it is really going to change the fact that at the end of the day, most people who take the UEC will try to study overseas and then become part of the brain drain. So in that sense, I don't think it's really that important to recognize it, but I also accept that it's about the principle of the thing, right? Like, people want to recognize it because it's not fair if you're going out and then recognizing IB, IGCSE, and A levels. Although I guess some other people out there would say that, well, you haven't acknowledged Pondok either. We don't want this to become a free-for-all, which it is not exactly.
So yes, it's complex, but if there's something that all of this shows, it is that
money cannot buy you class. Although I guess that's something that we knew all along from the very start. But I really wonder though, who made you become like this? What kinds of experiences did you have? And do the people at Petronas actually know about this kind of behavior or attitudes that you display on a day-to-day basis? Or did you keep them in the dark while swearing like a sailor day after day? It kind of boggles the mind, honestly. But well, that is what it is. Anyway, I made an MCMC report. If you agree that maybe people working at the most valuable company in Malaysia should not be behaving like this, or if you know a Faris Osman out there who would probably not want to be associated with this kind of thing, send this video to them. Send this video to anyone you know who works at Petronas. Cause wow, a guy like this is really a sight to see. A rare treasure enjoying his retirement by becoming one of the most hateful people, unable to interact with people of other races and religions because he apparently never learned diversity despite the fact that this is one of the most diverse countries in the entire planet. Not sure though. Either way, there he goes, screaming out pendatang day after day. I hope he's happy with his little creative writing exercise though, although in all likelihood, it's probably just an undiagnosed mental condition. Anyway, what do you think, so poops? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.